across that finish line like a damn jet fighter.
All right, today we are in the Pro 2 trucks here at Lucas Oil, and the part I'm wanting to focus on specifically is this part that you're seeing right here in front of me. This is the little whoop-de-doos, humpity-hump, jumpity-jumps, whippity-doo, whatever the hell it is you want to call it. I see a lot of guys hitting this full pin. And in the Pro 4s, that works great. In the Pro 2s, it's kind of a hit or miss. It's like Russian roulette. And I have found something that I think works a little bit better. However, it has a little bit of a caveat to it. So I'm going to go back to the beginning, and I'm going to let you watch this run, and then we're going to recap on how I drive this particular track in order to get the time that I get. So be back just a second. We're going to rewind and get started. Let's go ahead and get started on the run. Now first, starting off, if you'll notice, I come as close to the inside. This one's a little bit on the outside, but normally I run as close to the inside toward these tires as I can. A lot of times I like to swing out to the right side and then cut in close to this first tire, and that gives me the most momentum. I didn't do it right here, but that's normally how I like to do that. And then second gear about mid throttle right here, in order to keep the momentum up and not get it to over rotate. I go full throttle once I start to straighten it out, and I come back off that throttle immediately and down to first gear and let the truck rotate, just feathering the throttle a little bit, straightening it out, and then up into second gear just before I start to straighten out. And then as I come up on this next one, I'm going to hug those tires again. I'm going to swing out just a little bit. A lot of times I'll swing right along where this dry line meets the tacky. I'll swing right through there, and then I'll turn it in sharp down toward the tires. I think I go ahead and get it into the tires right off the bat here. As you can see how I'm set up. This one lets me wash out a little bit wide, and I go straight up third gear right there. Now the important part right here, don't full pin this thing like you do in the Pro 4s. You want to tap on that brake to get this truck to settle with the nose down so that you can make a good smooth landing. Otherwise, you're going to land on the rear end and you're really going to have a hard time controlling this truck. The Pro 4s are a little bit different. You can do those different. But as you notice, I come up to across the top here, and you can see I'm already starting to tap on that brake right there. I've come off the throttle, tapping on the brake right at the brake of this crest. And that doesn't slow you down any. So that gets the truck to rotate down toward the track and gives you a nice smooth landing. That one was a little rough. And then just as soon as I land, I go immediately hard on the brakes to get it turned. I go about 3/4. Actually, this is me being hard on the brakes right here, but I'm going about half on the brakes in order to get me slowed down enough to get in close to this grass knoll right here, right along the bank or the berm or whatever you want to call that. And then I come all the way down to first gear. And as soon as I start to get coming out of the turn, drifting toward the wall, I immediately get on the throttle hard right here, back up to second gear to kind of let it smooth out. And then I cross this next jump the same way, using the brakes. I cross it in second gear. I get on the brake right there and just slightly to get it to level out again. I stay in second, come down to first for just a second, back up into second gear, and then this is where I go lightly on the throttle. You notice I'm not even I'm not even half throttle right now. I go lightly on the throttle through these. That way it doesn't throw me off. And then as soon as I level out, I'm staying in second, come down to first. A lot of times I will stay in second gear here till just about the point I start to get to this second tire. It's really going to be dependent on you, how you drive, and really how you set up in this particular curve. If you set it up in second gear and you're rotating fine and you're maintaining the speed and you're not washing out, then keep it in second. But I come down to first right here for just a bit. And then right along here, just past this tire, I think it is, right there, I come up to second gear. And that gives me the momentum that I need going over this little hill. A little bit of a brake tap right there if you want to. I didn't use one that time. Now right here, a lot of people use just regular brake. I'm using a handbrake. I've set the handbrake up actually on my clutch. So I hit that handbrake to get it to rotate really good. Back into first gear, feathering that throttle as I'm coming around. And then I immediately slam back on that handbrake right here to get it to rotate back in the opposite direction. Hard on the throttle up to second, up to third, right here down to second, slow back on the throttle, full throttle, third gear, and there you got it. That was a 16,560. I'm not the best at describing how to run these, but I can play this back, let you take a look at it, and hopefully you'll get something from it.